But it's at least it's good quality. Okay, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. This is the first face stream, W face reveal. I did a face reveal before. Did you see that one, Sav?
I did. Yes, I briefly saw it. Yeah, because I remember commenting on it.
Yeah.
Said, what a handsome fella.
Yeah. So basically, what I did is I just made a video like I always do, just thumbnail normal, everything normal, and I just put my face out there. And everybody was like positive, happy. But for me, I wanted to be a little bit more private. But then I still got the itch of using my face and just, you know, going ahead like people who like Self and Cyberboy and Project Vice and McTannen for like one video and one stream after he pulled out on that. And I was just like, you know, it is fun to do, you know, it is fun to have like an actual connection. I bought like 5 masks to try it out, and I tried it, and it's like I'm suffocating. The audio is worse. It's not good. So here am I with my face, and thank you to Critical Roleplay.
It's about
time. Right, yeah, and thank you for the $5, Critical Roleplay. He doesn't even say anything. Wow. So
yeah, Critical Roleplay be like that.
Thank you for that.
In and drops cash. Man.
Wow, crazy with a little.
Let's get a W like, for Critical Roleplay in the chat, folks.
I tried to set up the whole live stream chat box like I always have, but for some reason it didn't work within 10 seconds, so I just waited for it. So we're gonna have a nice little stream, about 1 to 2 hours, something like that, before Seth got a dip, and we'll just talk after as well. And we're just gonna talk about GTA 6. Now, there's a couple of things I want to talk about with Sev, and then we're gonna involve you guys, and probably also through the conversation, I'll check the chat and I'll see what's up with you guys. The first thing that I always ask the first time when I'm chatting with somebody is trailer 1, man. Like that whole beginning phase, the first time you saw GTA 6. What was kind of your first reaction? And also, let's add this as well, like what prompted you to talk about it on YouTube?
Well, so my first reaction when I saw trailer 1 was, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then it was like a finally, you know, I've been playing GTA games going all the way back to Grand Theft Auto 2. So you know, I've been enjoying these games for a long time. As for like what made me want to talk about it, honestly, I was like, if you guys go back and watch my early videos, I was making a lot of videos about like Escape from Tarkov and playing a lot of games and doing that kind of stuff. And then I decided I was going to start doing some like game coverage and, you know, talking about games that are coming out and things like that. And then I was watching like just an insane amount of GTA 6 content, and I noticed that there were a lot of like videos out there on it, but none of them were really like diving deep into like, you know, patents and things like that, and going way back into the leaks and putting together like, you know, a video of like everything we know. So I was like, maybe I could make that video. And so I did, and it was the first GTA 6 video I did. It got like 750,000 views in like a month. I'm like, okay, I need to make more of these.
Let's double down on this, motherfucker. Yeah, man. Yeah.
So that's kind of how I got into it, and I've been doing it ever since. And this channel is basically just GTA 6 now. So
when was this video? When you deep dove into it, and who in the community did you watch?
I watched a little bit of everybody. I was watching a lot of like Cyberboy. I was watching a lot of Jetro. A little bit of everybody. And then this video, the particular video we're talking about came out in like, I want to say January, not of last year, but the year. Oh yeah, well it was January of last year. So I've been doing GTA 6 content for about a year and 2 months now.
Yeah, it was so dope. Like for me, I watched trailer 1, and I woke up because they had this whole reveal tweet, right? It's like it's coming out in on this day, and then it got leaked with the Bitcoin thing, and I woke up. I got on my phone like this, and I saw the trailer. I was like, got my iPad that was a little bit bigger, just laying in bed. I was like, yo, let me watch this, all foggy. And it was crazy. I started watching Cyberboy as well, and then I was commenting so much under Cyberboy and Project Vice, who were the main two that I was watching, that I was just
Yeah.
like, let me yap on a video, right? And for me, it went really slowly. And then I made a video called "If GTA 6 Fails, Nobody Cares," which is basically how from GTA 4 there's a lot of features that are missing in GTA 5, but everybody loves GTA 5 still, as much as a lot of people like to hate on it. People still love the game, so that blew up, and then I got monetized. And when Trader 2 came out, the whole analysis stuff, it was great, So that
Yeah.
was dope, man. That whole time
Yeah, it was an
frame.
exciting time for sure.
Yeah.
It seems like, from the time trailer 2 dropped to, I guess for me that would have been in like January. From January forward, I mean, my channel just like, I think I had like 2,500 subs on my channel, like total, before I made that first video. And then that first video took me all the way to 10,000 in like
Yeah.
a month. And then from there, it's just like, okay, well, clearly I really enjoy covering this game. People really are, vibing with the content. So I'm just going to do that. And, so I've since like created a second channel that I do like other stuff on, but this channel is like
The GTA
become
one.
GTA 6.
Yeah, man. And so it's probably online, like your reaction to trailer 2 and the delay, and then the second delay, which was crazy to me. But like, how impressed were you with trailer 2, like compared to trailer 1? And then you discovered probably the website with all these screenshots and stuff. That was a dope time, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think trailer 2 was really cool. I liked seeing a lot more of Jason, because that was a lot of context was kind of missing from trailer 1. But when we got trailer 2, we got to kind of see, a little bit of like the daily life or whatever of him driving around and going and doing missions for Brian or whatnot. Like that was really cool. I enjoyed seeing that, and also more of the world. Like, I'm a big like world guy, so like the more of the world I can see, like the happier I'm gonna be. I honestly, this might be controversial, but I could care less about the story. I mean, not care less, not care less. I mean, the story's important. The story's important, but like for me, like if you have like a mediocre story and the world is like really good and really rich and there's a lot to do, that's all I'm asking for.
I'm kind of the same, man. Like, for me, story is fun. I didn't really ever play GTA for the story, even though the story is good. I don't even play Red Dead 2 for the story, which is crazy because that's like why you play it, right? But
Yeah.
I love games like Ratchet and Clank and stuff, like really gameplay based games. I'm like one of these guys who loves the Transformers, like those movies. Everybody say they're bad movies, but they're so much fun. It's all about the kind of engagement you have with it, right? I think that's dope, and especially with GTA 6, like the amount of stuff you're able to do, from what we saw with the leaks, from what we saw already in the trailers, what they are alluding to. It is gonna be so insane, and like if if you would guess like what would the first hour be after you do all the tutorials, when you get let loose in the world, like of course there's gonna be exploring, but what are the first things like you would love to do, man?
So I've been just kind of joketively, whenever people ask me on stream, what I'm gonna do first in GTA 6, I always joke around and say I'm gonna find a baseball bat, kneecap an old woman, and then I'm driving straight to the ocean, and I'm gonna get on a boat and I'm just gonna explore all the water. The
Yeah.
whole kneecapping an old woman thing is kind of the funny bit or whatever, but yeah, I'm mostly curious about like what's going on with the water. I want to see on the water, under the water. I want to see all of that because that's what's got me super excited and curious. I'm a big, like, when I was little, I wanted to be a marine biologist. And then I got
Ooh.
older and realized that you have to be a lot smarter than I am to do stuff like that. Um, so the idea of being able to go and like explore the ocean and like dive and fish and all that kind of stuff, I'm really excited about. But also just like exploring the world and seeing how we can interact with NPCs and how many buildings
Yeah.
we can go into, all the different types of cars, whether or not we can store stuff in trunks. Like I want to explore all the mechanics I've been speculating about for the better half of 14 months now.
Yeah, man. I mean, in terms of batting a woman with a kneecap, man. Like the fun thing is like in one of those leaked videos in online where they leaked like the online testing. It's where the whole 32 player like lobby thing comes from. You see, you can actually pick up people and then put them in the trunk, and then you bring the grandma with you in the ocean. So that would be fun. That would be fun. Kind of like how Trevor kidnapped like Marta Madrazio's like maid woman wife thing. It's pretty fun, man. Like
yeah, for sure.
I'm so excited about like the seeing what the sea life is, because I'm not really a boat fan or something, but you already see like the hunters in the grass rivers and the just the fishing with Cal. It's so dope. And there was this one postcard like little video that Cyberboy did like a whole like video about, because it showed how much Rockstar is in tune with like the boat system, all these little things in the water right there. So that's super exciting, man. Like just the variety of the places. Like if Lucia has the ankle thing and she can't go, I'm gonna switch to Jason and just go without her, man. It's gonna be so dope.
Yeah, I think a lot of people that either have never been to Florida or don't know a whole lot about Florida are going to be really surprised to see that like boat culture. Oh my gosh, boat culture is very is a big deal in Florida. So from like super yachts to fishing boats or just whatever. I mean, there are a lot of boats in Florida, and there's a big town. I want to say, what is the name of that town down in Florida that's like known for like its boat culture? And I feel like they'll probably do something similar to that in the game. And it's just going to be, I think we're going to get a lot of new mechanics when it comes to boating and being out on the water in the ocean that people aren't quite expecting. That'll be a nice upgrade from GTA 5. So that's why I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, there was this one screenshot in the grass. No. The Leonida Keys with the whole boat party. You saw all these different boats, and it was so crazy. Like, there's so many boats, man. Like, again, I don't know nothing about boats, but I think kind of the the boating community has a little bit been left to the side with other GTAs, and now they are really going into like the detail of it, and they have their own brands based on like, just like with cars, right? They're based on other boats and stuff. So that's gonna be dope. I wonder how many boat stunts there will be, because of course there's a lot of like bike and car stunts and stuff. I love stunting. I like doing stunts. When in the Leonida Keys you have this bridge, and next to it is this damaged bridge with all these stunt jumps and stuff. I love that, man. I want to do that. That would be so dope, man. That would be so dope.
Boat stunts are cool. I'm sure there'll be like ramps and stuff. We saw a little bit of that GTA 5, like over, by the marina or the pier. You had the ramps and stuff with the jet skis and that kind of thing. So I can see them doing some stuff like that. But for me, like I want anything that's going to make the game more immersive, so like if they're going to give us fishing, like, make it deep enough to where it's not something you're going to get bored doing after 5 minutes because it's just repetitive and you're catching the same fish over and over, so but I think of all the different developers out there, Rockstar has pretty good track record, so I'm not overly concerned about it.
What did you think of the RDR2 fishing?
It was fun. I mean, I'm less interested in standing on the bank of a river a lake and fishing that way. I like the idea of like doing deep sea fishing or like spear fishing. So like it
Mm.
was fun. I did a little bit of it in Red Dead Redemption 2, but like um for me, I was whenever I turn on Red Dead Redemption 2, whenever I play that game, I can't help myself. It's like it's a tractor beam. I'm like I go straight to Valentine and I start shooting everyone. I don't know what is wrong with
Oh
me.
no. Oh no.
Not just like getting the town all on edge, you know what I mean? And like you get all the bounty hunters rolling in
The
and like
lockdown.
the deputies, the town locks down and you just have like this massive shootout in the streets of Valentine. It's for me, I don't know why, but I tend to do that a lot. Just kind of see how long you can stay alive and do gunfights and all that. So that's typically what I do when I play Red Dead 2. Other than that, I'm exploring and riding around, and I played a little bit online and did a lot of the bounty hunter missions and stuff. So
Yeah, man, the whole way that they leveled up the wanted system is crazy because like the whole lockdown of the town, I think they're gonna do something like that in GTA 6. Like I'm recently continuing my replay that I started like months ago with RDR2. So I finished the game once last year, but I rushed through it. I did the despicable way of playing the game because I just wanted to have this done before GTA 6, right? And then at the end you
yeah.
realize, oh, you miss out on so much. So I gotta play
Yeah.
again, and I just gotta stay in every chapter like as long as possible. So now
Yeah.
I'm in Saint Denis, and I'm trying to start all these missions, but I have like a $1,200 bounty on me, right? So when you walk into the town, you already see the police icons like there, and you just know if you go and get in their sight, you're gonna get a wanted level. Everything is gonna close
Oh
up.
yeah.
So
You need to go find some gold bars, brother. Go find some gold bars, make some
well,
coin, pay your bounties down, and
I'm
then be a good boy.
I'm just too greedy for that, man. I want to keep that money. Like I need it, you know. I need to go to Tahiti, right? I don't like. I need that, man. So now I do think it's very fun to play with like a wanted, like being wanted all the time, because then every now and then you see this kind of little army of bounty hunters running to you and try to kill you. And sometimes you don't know if it's like an animal, when you have the mini map and you have like little red bars and you don't know what it is, so you're just kind of waiting
Yeah.
to see what's coming, and then you see it in the distance. You see all these people just running towards you with the horses and stuff. That's so fun, man. I'm so curious about the
Yeah.
wanted level system. We've seen that in the Hank's Waffles, where they know what clothes you have, which car you have, and I'm kind of thinking like, can you bring clothes with you in the car? Can you like Superman or Spider-Man yourself, where you just put different clothes on underneath your own clothes or something? And like, how do you make it like easy for yourself to get rid of a wanted level quickly? It's
Yeah, I've been wondering about that too. For me, like after they introduced like the horse system and the inventory of the horse and all that in Red Dead Redemption 2, well, I guess technically is Red Dead Redemption 1, but Red Dead Redemption 2 kind of elaborated on that and gave us more options. But now that they've kind of established that as like you're not going to have like all these weapons on your person. You can carry what would realistically be carried by an individual at one time. I feel like personally, like the trunk of a vehicle has to be, a place where we can store things, including like weapons and items, and whether that's clothing or what I think would be really cool. I don't think it'd be realistic to have like your entire like dressing room in the trunk of your vehicle, but it would be cool to like if you had like one or two outfit slots, like sort of in Red Dead Redemption 2. I think anyway, right? You have like a couple of outfit slots or something that you could choose from. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that you could like change an outfit from your horse or at least like certain items of the outfit, like hats.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like, it would be really cool if they gave us an option to like, give us a change of clothes that we could keep in the trunk. And other people have said like, okay, so if your inventory is the trunk, what happens if you like wreck your car? Obviously like all that's gone, right? Well, I think the way around that would be that you carry a backpack or a duffel bag with you, like we've seen in the trailers. In the leaks, by the way, it's made pretty it's made pretty obvious that we're going to be like looting things and putting them in the bag, like from money to items, whatever. Um, if your bag was basically your saddle bag from Red Dead Redemption 2, and like you could carry a lot of these things in that bag and then throw it from vehicle to vehicle. So it would be something that I don't know if they give us like a reminder when you get out of the car, like grab the bag or whatever. So if you're like
Mm.
jumping from car to car and you're kind of in a hurry, you could forget it and leave it behind. I don't know how they'd square that. But it's one of those things. It's like, with your horse, you're kind of using like one horse throughout the game. You're not using multiple different horses. So they would have to find ways to encourage us to use like our vehicle and keep that sort of consistent. So I'm almost wondering if there's going to be certain mechanics in the game that either give us the option to use our duffel bag kind of as like that saddle bag and take it to and from different cars, or if they find ways to implement, more incentives for us to stay with one vehicle in the game.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking in the leak, like you see also the characters, they have like the guns on the back and stuff. I wonder what they'll do when you just step into the car with a gun on your back, if that's even possible. And also, I think maybe there's like this mechanic if you wreck your car that in basically every GTA, the front hood goes open after a while and it just flies off. So
Hmm.
they might do that as well with like the back, and then the duffel bag just falls out, kind of before the thing explodes. Maybe something like that. I think that
Or
would
maybe
be
as it explodes, it throws the duffel bag out of the car.
yeah.
you know so you can just pick it up and go. I don't know. It's curious to think about. And T Burton in the chat actually brought up a good point. He said also something to be clear on: it's not your horse but the saddle that holds your items. And that's true. Like, and
Yeah.
that's kind of why I was thinking, like, if they were to give us like the duffel bag or the backpack or something like that, and we could keep a lot of our items in that and then take it to and from each vehicle. I just, unless it's going to be like permanently on our character, which I don't see them doing. I don't know how they would accomplish that, because I don't think players are going to want to walk around with a duffel bag over their shoulder, for the entirety of the game. I personally got annoyed by that stupid little leather satchel that Arthur Morgan has to carry around everywhere,
Really?
which is like, yeah, when I go to record footage for that game, I will like literally go into the Rampage settings and turn off that satchel so I don't see it on his character. That way I can make his like outfits look a little bit better. I hate that stupid
Mm.
satchel.
Mm. Yeah, like I think there's probably gonna be like pocket items, like, just your phone and stuff. Maybe like the little medicine things that there is in the game.
Hmm.
And then for the big boys, if you want to like have a minigun or something, you'll probably have to use a duffel bag or something like that. Like there
Yeah.
are certain like bigger items. I think it's also good for looting and stuff. But
Hmm.
yeah, it's gonna be so interesting to see. One of
Well,
the
maybe the inventory system of the vehicle is the reason to stick with it. Maybe they don't give us an inventory system on other vehicles, or they give us a reduced version of that inventory system. So, like, for example, if you're driving one particular car, you can keep everything stored in that vehicle. But if you switch vehicles, you don't have access to all your stuff. Similar to like if you switched horses in Red Dead Redemption 2. So maybe that's the incentive. And what would be really cool is if they gave us like options to choose the car that we want to be like our main vehicle. Like you can get into it and then hit a button and be like, make this your main vehicle. And then at that point, it gives you a notification on screen like, bring your duffel bag from the other car to this car, and that establishes that as your main vehicle. And then it'll appear on like your mini map or whatever as like that's where the vehicle is located, or give you like at least like I think it'd be really cool if they gave us this came up the other day in stream. Instead of the mini map giving you little blips everywhere, telling you exactly where players are and things are, it'd be really cool if they made it more of like a rough idea, like a rough area. So like a bigger circle and kind of like slightly translucent. So you can, have an idea that there's a player in that general vicinity, but you don't know exactly where they are. I think that would be really, really cool for like online. But if they apply that same sort of logic to like single player, like, mini map and things like that, I think that'd be really cool. Makes it more immersive. I'm all for making things more immersive. You couldn't tell.
Yeah, elaborate on that minimap thing because I don't really understand, like visually.
Yeah. So think about it like this. Like okay, you know how like on like Grand Theft Auto 4, like you have like the big flashing circle telling you like where the cops are searching,
Yeah.
like the larger areas. Like imagine shrinking that down to like a smaller circle that maybe takes up like, I don't know, 30 square meters on a mini map. And that will tell you like the general vicinity of where a player is at. So like if you see, instead of seeing like a small little blip on your
Oh,
mini map and
yeah.
knowing that's exactly where that player is, that circle is much larger and more translucent, so it's less obvious where they are. You just know that there's a player in that area.
They did this in
I
a
think,
way in Red Dead Redemption 2, right? Where you go to a place and it has like the yellow kind of area where you go to, and then once you're in there, it'll show you like the exact position of like where you need to be, kind of.
mhm.
So that would be pretty dope indeed. Like I think like turning off the mini map is something that I would really wish they do for things where you don't really need it, right? And I think this is also in the leaks already. Like there is this clip
Yeah.
where Jason is in the container area, and there's no mini map until he gets onto the bike, and then all of a sudden you see this mini map, and it is probably because within that, I guess it's a mission. I don't know if it is a mission or not, but there's one goal and it's right in front of you, so you know where you need to go. There's no need for a mini map. So that's probably why they did that, and I hope there is going to be like a dynamic minimap system where it just fades out and in, as well as just the weapon wheel not having the whole screen occupied whenever. I don't know if that's something you like or not like, but I despise that for recording reasons. When you're just recording a video and you have gameplay and then it just stops because you need to have this weapon wheel. At least have like a quick select like button or something for, especially when you have these just two weapon slots, with like the big rifle and just a pistol. You easily just like tap the whatever this button is, the what's this again? Triangle.
Oh yeah.
Second language. But yeah.
I'm a keyboard man.
For GTA?
Yeah, when I play GTA 5, I play on PC. I don't even own it on a console, to be honest with you. Back in the day, I did. I played it on Xbox, but yeah, I'm all PC now. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you for the most part. Here's what I'll say about like the inventory system and like the weapon wheel and all that. They've got a lot that they're trying to like pack into, just a small interface.
Yeah.
So I can't see that going anywhere personally. I think it's going to be very similar to what we saw in the leaks already. That system works. Now, one thing that I wouldn't be upset about is if they remove like the slow-mo feature from that. Like, you know how it freezes time or slows time down right now? Like, I would like the option to turn that off. That way you have to like, instead of just like, if you're in the middle of a gunfight, you got to be more intentional about what button you press to switch weapons or whatever. It's not like you can just like use that as a way to save yourself or think about what you're doing. And I don't like when they make things too easy. I like when these games not necessarily make it like frustratingly difficult, but like that's why I feel like difficulty settings need to be implemented into Grand Theft Auto. Like give us difficulty settings that, not necessarily sliders per se, but like have like 2 or 3 different settings, like a casual experience, a balanced experience, and then like an immersive experience. And you can kind of choose, and it wouldn't be incredibly hard for them to do. You know, you would just like say like the casual experience is driving similar to Grand Theft Auto 5. The immersive experience is driving similar to Grand Theft Auto 4, and then like the balanced experience is somewhere in between. And you can apply that across like different facets of like gameplay mechanic things. Like, you know, maybe on the more immersive experience, you can take a couple hits and you're getting ready to go down, versus the casual experience is more like GTA 5 and you're a bullet sponge, you know? I don't know. I like that idea. I think it'd be relatively easy for them to implement, and then you can kind of curate your own experience instead of having to like download like all these mods and third-party solutions. You know, they should make the vanilla experience more of a customizable experience for the people that don't spend a lot of their time in online.
Yeah, because in online there is no like slow mo for the weapon wheel. Obviously, you can't slow everybody else down. Um, I think I kind of like the slow mo weapon wheel because it's for the normies, you know, out there who are like they don't know, you know, a lot of like people and are gonna show their grandma like GTA 5 or GTA 6, right? So it's good for them. I kind of appreciated always in GTA that they don't have these difficulty settings and that it's kind of dynamic. I feel like I don't know if this is true, but in if you like fail a mission, then it's automatically AI. You know, the NPCs are like less likely to kill you as fast or something. Um, I just remember with like I'm a big Ratchet and Clank fan, so I'll go back to that as well. In the first one on the PS2, they did not have a slow mo. They also have a weapon wheel, but it's not slow mo. It's real time, just like in online, and that made the game significantly more difficult, which also is very fun. And then by the time the second game came around, they just froze the game. So not even slow mo, it's just frozen, which a lot of people loved, but it does take the difficulty kind of away. So yeah, I don't know if they should have also the difficulty sliders. Like I think for like a casual experience, if you just start up the game and it just does the thing, um, it would be nice to have though. Like, but maybe like I've also kind of been throwing around the idea of like a new game plus or something. But I don't know how that's also not really a Rockstar thing to do, where you just keep all the money, you keep all the items, you know. I think that would be very dope to have a basketball mini game. But what do you think? Like, and what other like sports would you want to be in there, if you even care about like these sports activities and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, here's what I'll say. And this is kind of my answer to all the mechanics that I'm not necessarily like dying to have in the game, for example. But if it takes away from the core experience, like if it takes resources, development resources, and time and energy away from the core experiences and polishing those, then I could care less if it's in the game or not. Like I'd rather it not take away from like the things that, you know, GTA is known for. Like if, in other words, if they're going to take like so many of the developers that are working on like the driving mechanics and say, "Hey, let's put like a more fleshed out version of basketball in the game," then I'm like, "No, let's make sure the driving is perfect." That's where I stand on it. But like as far as like having these activities in the game, I mean, more activities is never a bad thing. You know, cuz a lot of people enjoy playing basketball, and if they can turn that into like a, you know, a reasonably entertaining mini game that doesn't get super boring because it's just like, you know, hitting a button from a position and then just goes in every time, like, you know, if they can make it a little more dynamic, great. Same goes for like skateboarding or surfing or
Ooh.
bowling, you know, like all of these activities, if they're going to implement them, because every time a new Grand Theft Auto game comes out, it raises the bar, right? New
Yeah.
expectations are set and everybody, you know, gets into the game. And what is infuriating or frustrating for a lot of players is like you see all these huge steps forward, all this progress from like a GTA 5 to a GTA 6, and then you walk into a bowling alley and it's like the same bowling mechanics from like GTA 4.
Yeah.
You know, like, so if they're going to update the game, then update everything you're putting in the game. And if you can't update it, don't put it in unless it was already like a perfect mechanic, you know, to begin with. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I feel about it. I love the idea of like roller skating or skateboarding in Miami. That's like a big part of the culture down there.
Yeah.
You know, along the beach and all that stuff. So that would be cool. Obviously, Sea-Doos, four-wheelers, like all the different vehicles and things like that. Basketball sounds fun. It would be cool. Like, I know on the beach there's a couple NPCs throwing a football. I don't know if that is something that we can participate in, or if that is just you know, something that you see NPCs doing, or what. But I think anything like that they can do would be cool, even if it's as simple as walking up and being able to pick up the football on the ground and then kind of aim it and throw it like you would a grenade, and it throws a nice little tight spiral if you're Jason, or it throws like a wobbly mess that goes 10 feet if it's Lucia. But, you know, like,
driving is gonna be so
know.
difficult when you're Lou. It's gonna be messed up, man. It's gonna be messed up. No, I agree, and like I was looking at like some fun facts about the development for RDR2, and they say, like, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, real live streaming stuff here. How many people worked on RDR2? Was it like 1,600 or something? So
I don't know off the top of my head.
Let me Google this. How many people worked on the development of RDR2? Yeah, so 1,600 to over 3,000, something like that. That's crazy. So GTA 6 has like twice or 3 times as much. 10 studios. Woo! So that's crazy, man.
Yeah, it says development teams with estimates suggesting 6,000 to 7,500 people working on G2.
Crazy. So in terms of allocating like the mini games and stuff, I think they might got that covered. Especially when you think about every department has.
Fine with public access.
Yo!
Like, wow, the misogyny is popping over here. Nice. He's a feminist.
Oh no. He goes, Lucia's the only one who can throw a football because of that comment. Oh,
he
man.
He takes great offense to stuff like that.
I cannot wait.
We just like joking around.
Yeah. Man, I cannot. Bro, that strip club video was. Did you see that one?
No. VPA. Oh, VPA strip club?
Yeah.
No, I didn't watch that.
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's so good. He literally saw Lucia. Like, there was
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw the post that he made about seeing Lucia, or well, the lady dressed up in the same dress.
Yeah. Crazy cosplay. Crazy. I was like, damn. There was also this when trailer 2 came out, you have the VFX artists react. And they just do movie reactions and explain how VFX works. And they were like, that golden dress is one of the most difficult technically things to do when it comes to, you know, lighting engines. So the fact that this is like real time, and it is absolutely crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. But just the whole 6,000 to 75,000 people working on it, it just goes to show that we have no idea what we're in for in terms of how big this thing is, you know? It is so crazy. Like, these, I don't know who's gonna be the director of the game or whatever, but this guy's working overtime, you know? They have to. It's insane how much effort, how much people there are, like, right there, you know?
It's a big production, man. I mean, when you see that there's, you know, 6,000 to 7,500 people working on it, and it's been in development for, you know, I mean, people argue over how long exactly it's been in development, but at least since 2021, like super duper, you know, development, whatever you want to call it, principal development. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to see that they could easily spend $2 billion on this game. You know,
Yeah.
it's already confirmed that they've spent over $1 billion. So, you know, at this point, there's still a lot of development to go. You know, like just because the game is pretty much ready to roll out in November doesn't mean that they're not going to be working on that after the fact and working on more content and, you know, all the GTA Online stuff that's coming, the all the role play stuff, the what do you call that? UGC content, like all that stuff is coming and that costs money. So, you know, a lot of the people are like, there's no way they spend $2 billion on this game. I think it's not only possible, it's plausible, you know, that they're going to end up spending that much.
If you do the calculations, it's a lot, you know. It's like if you just calculate like the average like salary of a game developer times 5 times 6,000, like you'll probably get pretty close to $1 billion, and that's without all the licensing rights, you know. Like I heard something about the Euphoria engine that's now Take-Two's. So that was a lot of money, like a lot of money for them to purchase that. So yeah, it's crazy. It's just crazy. And if you see the changes from trailer 1 to trailer 2, and I made a whole video about all that, where you see the real dimes on the car dancing, and it's in trailer 1 there's like these are whole different character models. They changed it up a lot. And then the
new polish.
Yeah, man. And then you have the black guy dabbing up the other guy, you know, and he's now got a whole different haircut or something. I still think he might be the third protagonist. I don't know what you think about that.
I don't know. I don't think we're getting a third protagonist. I think Rockstar is content with 2 personally with this. You know, because they tried and really we're just basing on the whole third protagonist thing off of like GTA 5 because that was never a thing prior and hasn't been after. So, you know, we're kind of assuming that just because GTA 5 had 3, that there's a good chance that GTA 6 would have 3. But personally, I think you have everything you need with Jason and Lucia for like a meaningful story, because the thing that people complained the most about with GTA 5 story was just like it just didn't feel, it wasn't like, it didn't really suck you in like Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like there, you know what I mean? It wasn't anything like super emotionally, you know, what's the word? It didn't like pull on your heartstrings or like really like suck you into the story. It was just kind of like what was going on. So with Jason and Lucia being a couple and sharing these experiences together and playing one off the other, I think you've got plenty to work with there, and you don't really need to introduce a third protagonist unless there's like, you know, this is truly a Bonnie and Clyde story and they go down in a blaze of glory and then we need somebody to play with afterwards. But I just don't see that being the case personally.
Yeah, so that's one of the theories that I had, like the decision at the end that you need to make. Where there's a lot of missions with, in this case, there's this Kai character in the leaks. Nobody knows who it is. We haven't seen him, but people think that it's that guy. And yeah, maybe if you die, you just turn into him. You need to make one decision. Do you either kill Jason or Lucia? But there's also probably, in that case, going to be like a C, you know, answer C, right? Like in GTA 5. Except if you then choose to kill one another, instead of not having them in online and just remaining only that player, you could replace that, kind of like how they did that with RDR2. But also, I fully agree with you when you say GTA 5 didn't really have a connection with the, wow, the lights, ooh.
I don't know why that just came on. That was so random.
Crazy. Maybe because I said connection. No, okay. But but yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. It didn't, oh, there's somebody behind you.
What? Oh, that's my son.
Oh, hi.
There's somebody behind you.
How are you doing?
What's up, buddy? Come here. Close the door. Come in or close the door. It's up to... He's gonna lock it.
Oh.
Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No problem. So cute. Where was I? Yeah, the connection in the story. I think this story is really gonna connect with people with GTA 6 because we haven't really had like a love story. Every, the closest we got, in my opinion, to a good love story was Catalina and CJ in San Andreas, where it's just this crazy couple, kind of like GTA 6. And I really love that, although I don't think Lucia is gonna be as wild as Catalina. But I think it's one of these things where everybody can connect with, a couple falling in love if they haven't already. I think they might, fall in love during the story, and they have kind of their own little thing before everything goes on. Who knows where the story starts? If it's like a prelude in the Middle East with Jason or something. But yeah, it's. I think the story is gonna connect really well, and I don't know how it will end. If you're gonna kill both of them, and then I think that's kind of lame, and then just switch to a random character you know. I did once have this one theory where if you have a solo mission with Jason and Lucia, but there is like an NPC that is going along with you, right? So Draquan Priest or something, you're gonna go and do something. Maybe you'll be able, and this is a wild theory, but maybe you'll be able to switch to him as well instead of Lucia, so that you always have somebody to switch to or something. I always thought that it was a fun idea, but it'll make logistically like developing that a little bit difficult.
Yeah, well, I think the continuation of the story is going to be difficult because, like, if we kill off Jason and Lucia, that means every side mission and everything else that they left behind is now, you've got to try and figure out a way to allow the new protagonist to step in and do all those side missions, and it makes sense with the story. And I just that's why I don't think they're going to go that route. I think they'll probably give us like I don't think we're going to get like multiple different endings. I think the ending is the ending, and maybe they incorporate some kind of like an honor style system, but based around the relationship that Jason and Lucia have, and based on like how close you are by the end of the story. You may get a slightly different variation of that ending. Maybe they're slightly happier, maybe they're kind of mad at each other, like that kind of thing. I think it's a prime opportunity for Rockstar to implement something like that and give us the I've made a whole video about speculating purely off of if they did implement a trust system between Jason and Lucia, how that could like play out and affect like the gameplay mechanics. Like if you have a great relationship with Lucia because like you take her shopping and you guys go out to eat and you let her pick where and all that stuff, and you're constantly like backing her up, then maybe it's a situation where you have access to more gameplay mechanics. Maybe like if you're playing as Jason and you get pinned down and you need help, you can call Lucia and she gets there faster if you have a good relationship. Or if you have a bad relationship, maybe she doesn't show up. Or maybe they lock certain gameplay mechanics behind it. So for example, like if you're playing as a couple together and you need to get over a barrier like a taller fence, maybe if you have a better relationship, you can kind of like hoist her up over the fence and then you climb up over her. So, you know what I mean? Like little things like that. There's different ways to sort of like implement gameplay mechanics into that relationship dynamic. And I think it would be really cool if they did that.
I think that's a really dope idea because I've always been thinking like with the honor system, things changed a little bit, but not too much, except for how the ending is played out. And people in town kind of, talk ish to you when you're in town, right? But I do like how you describe it when Lucia goes quicker to you, or not at all if you're having a bad relationship. And I also think, for example, with GTA 4, they did have kind of something like that in the way where if you would hang out with Roman, for example, and you would hang out a couple of times, then he would give you like a free taxi whenever you wanted. Or with Lil Jacob, where if you hang out with him and have some fun with him, he'll give you like what is it, the car with all the guns in it and stuff. You get a little discount. Like those things are really fun. So I think that they will have like very specific things like that with Jason and Lucia, but then also kind of with the side characters like Cal or Brian or something like that. And also all these like mini games. There's probably gonna be one where with Brian you can do the drug smuggling whenever you want to, just to get some money or something. So that would be very cool. What do you think about this whole Raul Batista character? Like, what do you think it is going to? Of course, he's doing all the heists and stuff, but how do you think his character will impact the relationship with Jason and Lucia?
That's a good question. You know, so Raul Batista, to me, I don't necessarily think is going to be like, you know, a super prominent character. I think he's going to be heavily involved in like the second half of the story. I think Raul probably comes into play when they're like really moving up in the world and they're starting to get into some of these like larger, more dynamic heists that require, you know, planning and have better payouts and all that stuff. I don't know how he will affect the relationship between Jason and Lucia. He seems like he's kind of all business from what we can see on the website and the screenshots and all that stuff. So, you know, could there be some sort of like love triangle? I don't know. I mean, if Lucia starts showing affection or he starts like showing affection towards Lucia, this is like new territory for Rockstar and Grand Theft Auto. So they've never given us a female character before. So how or a female protagonist. So how deep they decide to go in exploring these possibilities is interesting to kind of think about. But for me personally, yeah. Oh, you cut out. I don't. um, so to answer his question, I don't know exactly how Raul is going to play a factor in the relationship between Jason and Lucia. I think they are kind of going to be using him to make a lot of money, and there's probably going to be some kind of drama there, I would guess. But I don't know that it's going to be like a huge, you know, impact on the story. So, oh, here he comes. He's back. Who all is in the chat? I think my wife's in here. She is. Mrs. Sav is in the chat.
Yo, my apologies. My lovely mom had some questions, so I gotta answer some stuff. But yeah, what do we eat today? Like, yeah, yeah. But
No worries, man.
what did I miss?
Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that movie? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
I think that was Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers. Oh,
and
never heard of
Will
that.
Ferrell. There was a scene where he's like, they go to visit Will Ferrell because he's like this, you know, it's Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson, and they play these guys that like go and crash weddings and like pick up girls and all this stuff. And this Will Ferrell plays this guy named Chad that is like known for being like a ladies' man. They go to visit him because he's like he created this whole method of like crashing weddings and all that. So they show up at his house and. You know, he lives in the basement at his mom's house, and he's like shouting up the stairs. He's like, "You guys hungry? You guys want something to eat?" He's like, "Mom, meatloaf!"
Crazy.
It's a funny scene. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to go off track there. Just that's there.
Oh, no problem, though. No problem. So what did I miss about what you were saying?
I was just basically, I kind of was rambling just to fill the silence until you got back, but I was just kind of talking about how, you know, Raul Batista I think is just going to be, you know, one of the guys that gives out mission opportunities and things like that later in the story. I don't know that there's going to be any like huge impact in the relationship between Jason and Lucia because of Raul, other than like, you know, whatever tension arises from the decisions that you make in the game. So I don't know. You know, this all kind of comes down to like, do we have control over the relationship or do we not? You know, do decisions that we make impact the relationship or do they not? So if they do, then there's plenty of opportunities there for stuff like that. If they don't, then it doesn't matter because what's going to happen is going to happen. So
Yeah, for me, it really depends on who the villain will be. Like I love one bad guy, and then that's it, right? A couple of maybe like side bad guys, but I really didn't like in GTA 5 that there's like six bad guys, and then in the last mission you just kill all of them, and then that's it, right?
Yeah.
In GTA 4, you had like two bad guys. You had Jimmy Pecorino, and you had Dmitry something Reskalov or something like that. And then you had the two endings, and you end up killing both of them. You know, depending on who you choose, you kill the other one after that decision. So, but I do like the idea of Raul being like the villain in terms of he's basically what Jason and Lucia aspired to be. You know, there's also this big muscled up woman in trailer 2 where
Yeah, the one that's fighting Lucy on the plane.
on the plane. So I've been
Yeah.
thinking maybe they work together, Raw and her, and so Raw is like the Jason but successful, and the woman is like Lucia but successful and on steroids. So I think you can, yeah, how do you look like that? That's crazy, bruh. But
It's an intense build. It reminds me
it's
of
intense.
Abby from
Yeah,
Last
that's what I
Part
called
2.
her in my breakdown video. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's a wild one. So maybe those two would be like the perfect like villain, or at least to clash with each other, and they can really like stoke some fire in between with each other. You know, like Raw is trying to go after the love of Lucian, and that other woman is trying to go after like Jason, but the woman and Raw kind of do it intentionally, kind of just to put them against each other or something like that. Would be kind of a cool idea. But there's probably also like a villain or two who we haven't seen yet, and there's so much that we haven't even seen. So it's just why I'm so excited for trailer 3, which we should get into as well. What do you predict for trailer 3 in terms of not really the when it comes out, but just what's gonna be in it when you see it?
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask you the same question, but what I think trailer 3 should be and what I think it will be are two different things. I think trailer 3 should be more world building. I think they need to take us to places we haven't seen yet and show off a little bit more of the world. And it could be like is for all, it could be like the last, you know, world focused trailer that we get, and then everything else from here on out can be like, gameplay breakdowns and like all that. But I would like to see more of the world. I want to see more of the ocean. I want to see more of the beaches. I want to see more of downtown. I want to see more of the countryside. I would love to see what's going on with the northern end of the map, but I don't think they're going to show us that, which is like a whole nother conspiracy theory, by the way, that we could get into later.
Yeah.
But I would like to see more of the world and the activities and things that we can do. Like I said, I care way more about that than I do the story. So like they can keep showing us little snippets of like dramatic tension between Jason and Lucia and this and that and like all that. That's all cool and well and good and all that. But I would really like to see more of the world personally in trailer 3.
Yeah, one of the things Rockstar loves to do is make everything cinematic and like movie trailers and stuff. So I like they show a lot of world in like the gameplay trailer. With trailer 3 of RDR2, it was very cinematic. Trailer 3 of GTA 5 was just all the separate. We got like 3 trailers of like 1.5 minute, one for Michael, one for Franklin, one for Trevor, which was very cool. I don't know how they're gonna do it with trailer 3. They have the opportunity to do something completely different, and Rockstar always likes to do at least one thing completely different. In terms of the game, like San Andreas was so fun, and then GTA 4 was so dark, but also with the marketing material. So I don't know what I expect. Like I want a lot of like action-packed stuff, like kind of a Michael Bay-ish movie trailer or something like that. That would be super dope,
Yeah.
in my opinion. I think that would be super cool. Um, and like you say, like I think they're gonna go with a more cinematic one, but I wouldn't mind if they show a little bit more of the world, which I feel like trailer one did really well in terms of pedestrians. But I guess what you're meaning is like location and that type of stuff, right? So like a
Yeah.
Port Gellhorn trailer and a Mount Caliga trailer and something like that. That would be pretty cool. Um,
Yeah, there's only so many like shots of somebody twerking that I care to see. I'm like, I want to see more of
yeah,
the world. You know what I mean? Like this, I feel like trailer one was like really heavy on like NPCs and that kind of thing. Trailer two was showed some NPCs and all that, but it was more story focused. And then trailer three I feel like needs to expand on the world and show us more locations and things and atmospheres and environments and biomes and all that stuff. Take us deeper into the screenshots. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Because right now we haven't seen much from the grasslands. We haven't seen much from the keys in the way of like uh, water footage. I want to go under the waves. Like show us some scuba diving stuff, things like that. So I don't know. That's just me though. Of course I'm always excited to see gameplay stuff, and I'm sure that's coming at some point here in the next few months. But yeah, I think the next trailer will probably be very similar to like trailer 1 and 2. It'll be kind of a mix of both
Yeah,
of them, honestly.
I think a great opportunity for them to show like the locations would be the TV spots, like the 30-second ones, where it's like a
Mhm.
satirical visit Leonida, and it's like an ongoing thing that they'll do throughout the summer, where it just reveals like a little bit more in depth, and also like the commercial, the way the voiceover is, and who is doing the voiceover, and kind of the satirical way that it's written. Would be nice for it to be like one of those tourists commercial videos or something, and they'll do that for like every place, and maybe reveal some other places along the way. I think that that would be a really cool thing, but we'll just have to wait and see for that, man. um yeah.
Yeah, I would like. I think I'm with you on that. I would like to see that. The reason I think that they'll probably not do that is because when you start showing people before the game comes out your version of parody and satire, you're opening yourself up for criticism,
mm,
because this game is already like they're already having the woke versus not woke enough debate or whatever. And as soon as you start doing that, they're gonna pick that stuff apart and be like, "See, they made fun of this group, and they didn't make fun of this group," and like what I mean. They're gonna wait until the game comes out and you sort of experience all that organically. But I don't know. I guess I would like to see more of like that kind of stuff, like like I like your idea of showing us like commercials like Travel to Leonida, like show us some parody stuff, and that would be cool. Maybe they could open the next trailer up with something like that. It's a good idea. You should go work at Rockstar.
yeah, man, it will be dope. It's yeah, like, there's plenty of ideas, and that's the fun thing with the whole being a GTA 6 channel before GTA 6, right? It's the idea of hindsight not being there yet. We can look
Hmm.
back at these videos and say, "Oh, he was so wrong or so right about these crazy theories we've had." So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's really dope. How much time you got left?
I'm good for now. We can keep going.
Okay. Um, let's involve the chat a little bit right now. I think we've talked a lot, so let's go ahead and see what the chat is saying about it. So if you all have any cool questions, let's see, and let me also scroll up a little to see if people have some cool subjects or questions or whatever. Um, oh yeah, and this is also, you wanted to talk about this, right? The Gloriana stuff, because I see
Oh yeah, yeah,
somebody
yeah.
hard Life 2008 say, I wish they reveal more Gloriana state, and maybe some gameplay trailer would be awesome. And hey, face reveal again. What's up? That's cool. So thank you so much, Hard Life. So your theory?
Yeah. So my theory is that and I could be totally wrong, guys. This is pure speculation. I don't have any insider information about any of this, but I think that I don't think that this will be an island like it was in GTA 5.
Finally, somebody. Finally.
Yeah, I think this is. I don't know how likely it is, but if I had to choose, I would say like I'm leaning 51% to 49% towards this being connected to like a larger landmass. And and the only reason that people object to that, or and like the common example that they cite is like, oh well, how would you keep people from losing the immersion by not being able to travel further inland? That's so easy to solve. That's like such an easy problem. It's like, for example, like if you fly out over the ocean in GTA 5, you'll eventually reach a point where you can't go any further and your plane will catch on fire and you'll crash.
Yeah.
Do the same thing like over land. And you don't have to like spend a bunch of resources in populating it with different things. Make it like just more marshland or more grassland. Like Florida, that part of Florida is like filled with farms and rural areas. Like you could easily make that, just like an open expanse of land that, if you crash land because you reach the edge of the map, I mean, that it is what it is. And if you try and go through on foot, maybe there's like, if it's marshland, maybe you get killed by an alligator that was lurking in the water or something, or like maybe there's some sort of like military reason that you can't go up there. Maybe they've got it shut down for like some, maybe part of the lore of the game is they're doing some like weapons testing or something, or they're doing drills or something, or maybe there's like a biohazard or something. Like I think of like the Truman Show, like I don't know if you've seen that movie, but like how they keep Truman on the island is like every time he tries to escape, whether it's like via boat, there's like waves that try and wreck his boat, or not to ruin the movie for you guys, but like if he tries to drive across the bridge, there's like guys in hazmat suits saying, oh, you can't go any further because of such and such. It'd be so easy to like shut that down, or like wildfires, or for example, like Florida is known for hurricanes, so like a big storm could have rolled through and like washed out the roads, and you're like kind of stuck there. Now, as to why they would connect it to a larger landmass and not let us travel there is because at some point, I think the plan is to expand the map. And I don't know that we're going to get like a Gloriana at launch. I don't even know that we're going to get a Gloriana. But I think they are very much planning on expanding the map post-launch. And that'll probably come in the form of like, DLC content that comes with a new area and some new missions and things like that. And what's good about it being connected to a larger landmass is you don't suddenly need to explain why an island just sprouted out from the middle of the ocean. You can say, oh, well, we finally cleared the debris from the hurricane and now you can go access this area. And they can sort of evolve the map that way. So they're not limited as to just bringing in new islands like the Cayo Perico heist in GTA Online and stuff like that. They can make it more organic. And that's why I think they're kind of going that direction, because eventually I think whether it's, in the next 5 years or the next 15 or 20 years, they're going to give us like a large map with interconnected cities and things like that. They've been saying for years now that was the eventual plan. Dating back to a conversation with Leslie Benzies, I want to say back in the 2010s, he was talking about how, their plan was to create a large map like that with interconnected cities that you could fly to and from and all of that. And it would, he also said something about it would be interesting to revisit Vice City in that same conversation. So, does that mean they have some like secret plan to like give us this huge map and use Vice City as like the building block for that? I don't know, but it's a fun conspiracy to think about.
Yeah, man. I think you're spot on. Like a lot of the mapping community passionately disagrees, but I have always had this idea of it's super simple to just add something to the north. They did it in Red Dead. They tried it there. Mm-hmm. So why wouldn't you do that in GTA 6? And I don't know if in Red Dead 1 they also did that, or if it was an island. I don't think it was an island, but I think.
No, it was there were mountains that you could
Yeah,
bypass to the
yeah.
north. Yeah.
So I think the only problem that rises, of course, is with planes and stuff. But like you say, just put a storm out there or something. There's easy ways to fix this, and there's also
It's
fun.
literally no different.
No, you can be as creative as you want to with it, or as simple as you want with it. Just turn off the engine. Just turn it off. Just put a little lightning bolt, and you die. It's done. So, and then you can also put in teasers. You can put like a skyline in there that of course isn't done, and when the update comes, it'll be different, and you can have a before and after and stuff. But I, along with that, had the theory that so one of the things I complained about with GTA 5 was the lack of story DLCs, because they just went to online and then that's done. And I've always been saying for GTA 6, if you're gonna introduce Liberty City in 4K OLED and stuff, if you're gonna have maybe even Los Santos in there, which will probably be in like 20 years, or Gloriana or something like that, having a story DLC is perfect for this. And they can do like a FOMO thing with it, because now with GTA 5, like a Secret Agent Trevor, I understand why they didn't do it because of GTA Online. But if you incentivize people saying, hey, we have Liberty City right now, we're going to have a whole new story in there, and you can purchase the story mode for like $20, and it's going to be in online in 2 weeks, people will think, oh, I need to be the first one to check this out. I need to be prepared for online for all these missions, and I need to get a feel of this whole, new map. So that's when people are way more likely to go and purchase it, because it's not even just a story mode expansion in the same map. You literally have a whole new experience. You have a whole new, like, I don't know, just a new map, of course, but also, in terms of creativity, you cannot just plop in a new map without explaining the culture of that map, of the NPCs, of how everything works. And you could say with New York, well, we know how it looks in GTA 4, but a lot of GTA 5 players have never played GTA 4, and GTA 6 would be more likely for people to not have played GTA 4. So with a Gloriana, if you want to add that, or like a Chicago or something, you would need a whole story to create this whole vibe, to create this whole theme, the theme of the city, which I think would be much more likely than what they tried with GTA 5. And with the Cayo Perico heist, they had some cutscenes and a little bit of a story thing, but it's just a little island, so I don't mind them not doing a whole single player DLC on just a little island. So I think that would be just great. And people forget the whole name of GTA 6 was Project Americas, so that basically means whether they scrapped it or not, they wanted to have multiple states. They wanted this to be the end all be all of the GTAs. And if you want to make this 40 years worth of a game or something crazy, I don't know what they have planned, they're going to have different islands. So yeah, I don't see why it would be just an island. I think if you have an island and then you introduce a different island, that would be way more weird than just have one big piece of land that you cannot access. So
yeah, and I would argue that like DLC story editions would be pivotal to releasing new parts of the map. Because like it's like if something just pops up, you gotta if I'm the game designer or the creative lead over at Rockstar, I'm not just gonna say, okay, let's just drop this map in here and update the game. I'm gonna say, okay, we need to give players, like you said, a reason to go there and a reason to participate in different things, and let them sort of experience this new area in a way that makes sense. So add new gameplay features. It would also give them opportunities to add things that maybe they wanted in the base game but didn't have enough time to polish. So there's a lot of different reasons for that. And then you brought up another good point. You said a lot of people that play GTA 5 and are now looking forward to playing GTA 6 never played GTA 4. There's a lot of people, like GTA 5 came out in 2013, right? That was 12, 13 years old, 12,
Yeah.
13 years ago. Like GTA 4 came out, what was that? Was that
2008.
08?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2008. So like there's a
April.
whole generation of gamers that have never even experienced Liberty City. They have no idea what it is. So like they're absolutely going there. I think that is like the apple of their eye. That was where the 3D generation of Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto series was sort of birthed in Liberty City, and they're gonna go back there at some point. Whether they decide to make that a standalone experience 10 years from now, or if they find a way to integrate that into the GTA 6 as some sort of like massive DLC upgrade 5-6 years from now, is a different story. But it really just comes down to whether or not they plan on using GTA 6 as the building foundation for this massive interconnected map experience that they've been kicking around for years, or if they decide to kick the ball down the road further and wait for the next gen Euphoria engine and all of that. I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna wait for a next gen. Also, Critical Roleplay, thank you for just spawning another $5 crazy with a new emoticon. So thank you so much, man. Just doesn't say anything. Again, just drops the money. Crazy.
Critical, like I said, he be like that. Let's go, brother.
I really think that this would be a fun thing. I said I would evolve the comments, but we're having such a nice convo. For me, they're gonna really, I think, in my opinion, do a mix of what they do with Fortnite and then with Roblox. Some people disagree with me in this regard, but so here's the theory. In terms of how Fortnite does it, so Fortnite has seasons and they have chapters. A chapter is a year, and then within that chapter you have 12 seasons each month, right? Something like that. Within the seasons, parts of the map change. Within the chapters, the whole map gets destroyed, a new map comes in, and then you have these all... this is not what's gonna happen with GTA, obviously. You're not gonna change, the grass rivers for some new place, and then you don't have the grass rivers again. But I do think that, like, maybe each year or each 2 years, depending how lazy Rockstar is, they're gonna go and expand with a completely new map or a completely new mode. And I think that's something that's way easier to do once the foundation is there, in which they have been building in the past, like 5 to, with pre-production 10 years, but let's say 5 years, where it's pretty easy for... You have the whole engine, you have everything already. They're also working on Rome, so they're making it easier to have the general audience create mods and scripts and maybe even locations and stuff. But once the game is out, all you need to do is have some web designers, bring in a bunch of actors, obviously script missions and stuff, but the majority of building the Rage engine has been done by then. So it's just creating new content, and that's been very difficult for GTA 5 because the game wasn't even made to have online be this big. So they probably had to have a lot of people work on the Rage engine in its GTA 5 incrementation. But I think it would be very possible for them to just have story modes in there that are introducing new maps. They're gonna get their big bag, when the map comes out initially, so they'll return that money for like the $20 you spend on, the DLC, which is something like you always got to take that into account, like the Take-Two Interactive people, the investors. But creatively, it's also just a win-win, right? You get introduced to the world. And then after those 2 weeks, it's just free for online. And, maybe there's other people who didn't care about Vice City or Leonida, and now they see, oh, New York is in there. I live in New York. I never cared about GTA, but let me try it out. Let me buy the game. And now you have another sale as well. So I think that's kind of the big boy plan that they have for the whole 10 years of or whatever they do. Just I think they've already mapped out which places they're gonna do. But things change, we never know what's gonna happen. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think GTA Plus subscriptions are going to play a much larger role in GTA Online and just the base game for that matter. I think because back in 2013 when they launched GTA 5, and then I keep bringing this up, but a lot of people still don't know this, that GTA Online was an afterthought. That was hey, let's we've already got this world, let's make it playable for people online. They had no idea it was going to be as big as it was. So now that it's sort of blown up and become like the main moneymaker for Rockstar and Take-Two, I think they are going into this new game with that in mind, and they are building ideas and concepts around that central foundation that GTA Online is going to carry the game. And I think they're going to use GTA Plus subscriptions as a way to sort of allow players to stay connected and get little odds and ends and little upload or little updates and downloads and things like that, or DLC items, or skins and that sort of thing. But it's also probably going to be a thing where if you have like a GTA Plus subscription for $9.99 a month or whatever it is, you'll get access to all of that DLC without having to pay for it. And I think they're going to separate GTA 6 from GTA Online, obviously, and then if you have a GTA Plus subscription, maybe you'll get those free DLCs for map expansions on the story version of the game, or maybe you've got to pay for whatever DLC that drops. And I think they're probably going to go back to the way that they did it with GTA 4, with the Lost and Damned and the Ballad of Gay Tony. And they'll give us completely new experiences, that and new storylines and things that not only take place in the main part of the world, but also take us to those new locations and things. So I think they're probably going to try and avoid the Cayo Perico situation where, you have to explain getting on a submarine and going halfway across the world or whatever to get to this location. I think they're going to find a way to implement more more locations that would make sense for that region and do it that way. I mean, I don't know. That seems like the obvious path forward, at least from my perspective. I could be totally wrong about all this, and there's a good chance I am, but I don't know. I feel like that's the natural progression of things. Maybe I'm crazy.
Nah, hey, I'm so glad you have the same theory as I have, because I got a lot of people saying, no, it's not gonna happen, so let's double down on this thing. It's for me. I just love the idea, man. And airports in GTA have always been kind of useless, so let's have airports be an actual thing now, where you can go and fly to these different islands, and then you can load in the map, and that type of stuff. And also just with the whole DLC, indeed, you just play a completely different character, a completely different story. You'll learn new parts of whatever map it is, which it's just, to me, it's a perfect idea. And like you say, with GTA Plus, have it a month before, go and put GTA Plus, and then of course they're preying on those people who forget the auto renewal is on, and they just get more money out of it. But maybe there's enough value by then that they're I'm fine with getting $500,000 every month and these perks and stuff. So I think that would be a very cool idea. So yeah, I love that. That would make me more excited about GTA 6, because it just isn't Leonida for 10 years like GTA 5. I think a big complaint is that we didn't get any GTA game earlier, or any Rockstar game, except for RDR2 earlier, for that matter. But I think if you have these DLCs, it'll feel like a completely different game you're getting. So that complaint will be kind of gone in some sense. So yeah, big fan of that. I love that. I hope they're doing it. Rockstar, if you're watching, change your whole plan for GTA Online. If you're not doing this already, change everything. Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. So let's go to chat. Ooh, Tamazabar says, I say that because GTA Plus is a dedicated server, right? So that could be one of those things. I think he earlier said video games came a long way, and these future products make people think I am lucky and thankful to be a part of physical items.
You're cutting out.
Oh no, really? Am I good now?
Yeah, you're cutting out for me. I didn't hear what you were saying a second ago. I don't know if chat heard you or not, but at least for me, you're cutting out.
Okay, let me listen to this. Reread this. I think these are two separate comments, so I'll go with the first one. He talks about GTA Plus having a dedicated server, which might be, interesting to have a dedicated server. I know that with Battlefield 6, they have this portal thing where you can create your own maps and your own game modes and all of that. And then you have your first kind of dedicated server where you can invite people and manage the whole thing for free. And then if you want more, then you gotta pay. So maybe that's kind of a model that they'll do too when you talk about RP and, GTA Online. What's kind of your...
Yeah, I think that falls nicely into that, like, user-generated content, So, like, if you have a GTA Plus subscription, I would think that when they do finally release the user-generated content and open up their toolbox, the people with the GTA Plus subscription will probably have access to that. I don't think you'll be able to access. It wouldn't make sense to me that Rockstar would just launch UGC and roleplay and not charge for it. Because like 5M made they were making money hand over fist with that stuff. So, if they're going to implement that, I think it's going to be locked behind a subscription. I would venture to say that it may even be something in addition to that. Like you may end up having to buy like a whole separate thing for that. But I don't know. We're kind of getting ahead of the ball on that. But I think that GTA Plus will give us access to a lot of things. I think across story mode, across the vanilla online experience, and then eventually UGC and roleplay content. So, from a business standpoint, like if you're just talking like about pleasing investors and making a buku amount of money for like Take-Two Interactive, that to me makes the most sense.
Yeah. Online is gonna be super wild. Like, I wonder if they even have the traditional online like they would have in GTA 5, where, with all this user-generated stuff. I do hope it's a little bit more seamless than GTA 5, with the getting out of the whole lobby if you want to start a mission and stuff. And also, the whole roleplay, whatever that's gonna be, how are people gonna be able to download content and create content. Of course, they started this year, I think, or the end of last year, somewhere like that, where they had this new marketplace website. You could purchase some assets for GTA 5 roleplay, and Rockstar would get a cut of that. So I think that's
CFX marketplace that you're talking about.
Yeah. So looks kind of good in theory. I don't know how much it's being used right now. I don't know if they're making money off it. I'm guessing they are, but it would be kind of nice. And there's so much opportunity for online for GTA 6.
Items had a good question. He was saying, what do you think they'll do for the next piece of marketing material for Trailer 3? They had the website, so do you think they might do something special like that again? Do you have any thoughts on that?
So with RDR2, they basically just did a trailer and then pre-orders. And then with the pre-orders, they took everything for themselves for the first month. So if you Google the whole marketing timeline, it says trailer 3 on May something 2018, like one of the first days in May 3rd or something. And then the pre-orders came out a month later, which is not true. It's kind of true. It came a month later for the retailers, like GameStop or whatever it was back then. But Rockstar also has their own warehouse where they manufacture their own, physical copies, their own collector's editions, their own ultimate editions or whatever editions they have, little box, the little physical stuff. And they probably do that to prevent leaks and also just get as much money themselves first without having to, get a cut from the other manufacturers. So I think that they'll do something similar like that. I don't know when a poster or like the cover art or something is gonna come out. I'm very curious about that. So yeah, what do you think?
Well, I'm intrigued by what Strauss-Zelnick was saying on the investor call about, I can't remember the exact quote, but it's something along the lines of, us being amazed at the creativity of the marketing team. And, to me, they've been known for doing things in the past, like painting the sides of buildings and, things like that. But like putting up wanted posters around, the Florida area or everywhere in any big city for that matter, of like Jason Lucia with like a QR code or something that you can like, take a picture of it. Maybe it shows you like, more screenshots or something. I mean, like, I think they can get really creative and give us some really neat things when it comes to marketing and dropping Trailer 3. So as far as like specific website additions, I think anything that they show in Trailer 3, that's new can be updated or added to the website. We may get a handful of screenshots in addition to the trailer. That would certainly be really nice. Especially for us creators that are constantly looking for new thumbnails and designs. But, I can see them totally doing stuff like that. So trailer 3, personally, for me, I think will show up in the first half of May. And then you're looking at like that sort of being the launch pad for the marketing going into like full swing for the summer.
Yeah, I remember I was trying to look it up. Before GTA, when GTA 4 came out, there was this contest, and I don't know if like I can find it. It was here in the Netherlands. Basically, you would put a sticker of GTA 4, like the logo, on your car, and like if Rockstar found it, you would get like was a promo where if you had a GTA 4 car sticker, you'd get a prize. What was this? I don't know if ChatGPT even knows this, or like Google or something, because that was pretty creative, because everybody would just put their GTA 4 sticker on a car, and everybody was like, what is this all about? So if you win a prize and you get something, I thought that.
Yeah, well, I do know that there's a game company or a game like a place like a storefront that sells games. I think it's in the Netherlands. That just put out a promo that said, GTA is officially 9 months away. Do with that information what you want. But they also announced they'd be giving away like free copies of GTA 6 to anybody, to families that had a baby on launch day, which was obviously the 19th of November. So yeah, they're gonna do all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, that has nothing to do with Rockstar, but that's a separate like third party deal. But there's gonna be stuff like all over the place with this. And I wanted to, there's a couple questions in the chat I wanted to get to.
Yeah.
Specifically, T. Burton was asking, what do you want or expect from new GTA Online? We've kind of covered a lot of that, I think, but I think it's hard to kind of speculate on that, to be honest, just because they're building this whole game with GTA Online in mind. So it may be something that nobody's expecting that completely blows us out of the water. You know, I think it's going to be way more immersive. I think there's going to be, you know, it's going to be more populated. It won't feel as empty as GTA Online did for GTA 5 compared to, you know, story mode. So, yeah, I think it'll just generally be better. What about you?
Well, I'd hope it'd be better, of course. I think there's a lot of improvements to be made. And like you said a while back, like GTA 5 Online was kind of a little bit of an accident. Of course, they had their own trailer and stuff, but I think that their kind of idea with that was just the same with GTA 4, right? And I remember maybe there was, I think it was a Strauss interview where somebody was like, maybe we should put like a microtransaction, like a shark card in there. So they tried that, and the rest is history, you know. So whoever made that decision and asked like, should we put in there, that one question is like a $10 billion question or something. I don't know how much they made with GTA, like $500 million a year or something. So
a lot.
Now, and this is what I kind of keep harping on, is they are really building the Rage engine and GTA 6 for online, and they even had to fight for it not to be an online only game. You know, Rockstar really had to fight with Take-Two and all of that. It's, I think, one of the main reasons why, I don't know if it's Dan or Sam or one of those went to make their own company and left Rockstar, is because they just want to go all in on online. So whether they're thinking, okay, this works, let's just do a new version of it with more advanced features and a little bit more smoothness, and but I do think they would have to overhaul the whole thing, because the whole it's so difficult. If you are now going into GTA Online for the first time, you have no clue what's going on. You have a million businesses. I was driving around and I was watching Knight Rider. You remember Knight Rider, right?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, don't they have kits now in GTA 5 which is super random? Yeah, they had that. I want to buy that car. You have to have like a random business and like some other thing. And I had to look up a tutorial, like, where do I go to obtain this business? You need to go to the Maze Bank. I was there walking around trying to find the entrance for like 1 hour or something. I couldn't find it. I just gave up. So imagine not even knowing how this whole game works. And a lot of people buy like the $15 online thing, and they skip out on the story mode. A lot of players online haven't even played the main game. I know a friend of mine who his last mission was the minigun mission with the 3 in GTA 5. So they have to make it simpler. They have to make it non-confusing. Which
is criminal, by the way. I just want to say this. If anybody has purchased GTA Online and has not played the story for GTA 5, not that the story is amazing, but to play any Grand Theft Auto game and not play the story, you are missing out on a very good experience.
It really lacks the context of the world you're in, you know? If you haven't played, and that's why I think the story mode DLCs are so important. So I think that's obviously one of the innovations that we both agree on would be great, the story mode, introducing the new maps and stuff. In terms of businesses, I think they'll keep doing the business thing. I don't know in what way, because there has to be a way where if you're having a free GTA Online, if they're gonna do that, that's a whole different thing. But yeah, you would want to have some businesses that will make you money without playing the game. Just you set it up and you do some missions, and then you have a little bit, and the more you engage with the business, obviously the more you'll get daily and stuff. So that concept is great, but just the execution is so difficult. So I hope they just simplify these things. I do love that they put in a mission creator. I haven't really played a mission. As soon as they put out the mission creator, they made like 9/11 stuff and those type of missions, like the edgy missions. So I haven't really played a lot of it. I tried it out. It's pretty. It has a learning curve, but I love that you could make races and stuff. So I'm really looking forward to that with GTA Online, and yeah, man. Also, like, there is so much activities which we've talked about before. I think that a lot of it is also being made for online, like fishing together with your friends, and then I don't know if you can make a campfire or whatever, but or like go to the kitchen and cook the fish on the grill or something, or barbecue or whatever. But think like that. I think that it would be really dope just to have kind of, it's an 18 plus game, but like a family experience where you can just do anything but killing people is also, I think, what they're gonna go for in some type of sense. So yeah, I think that that's kind of what they're trying to do with online. But who knows? It's one of the things where we don't know anything about online except for like a patent, and I'm very happy with that.
Like virtually no news about it. So I'm definitely excited to hear more about that. And I fully expect that to come much later, very close to launch. If we even get anything before launch that even mentions a breath about anything online, that'll probably be like post-launch marketing material, is like, they drop the online trailer 2 weeks after launch and then start hyping everybody up for a 30-day post-launch release. So I don't know. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna make them a ton of money. I am not worried about it. What it looks like is an entirely different question. They're probably gonna double down on all the stuff that worked really well for GTA Online and GTA 5. So you're gonna see a lot of the same kind of stuff: businesses selling cars, FOMO events, all that kind of stuff. And granted, I'm probably the least educated person on GTA Online just because I didn't spend a ton of time playing it post-launch. I think there'll be plenty of activities to participate in, and I'm looking forward to like putting on community events. And I've talked with several other content creators, including you, about doing certain things where we do community events, get everybody together, and do like we did one not that long ago where we were taking turns kind of driving to the airport and all that stuff and trying to wreck each other and all that, like a hunter thing. That was fun. So I'm definitely looking forward to doing more stuff like that for sure.
Oh yeah. And like I think, did I make a video with Project Vice about this, about all the like online events that could happen with artists going to the clubs in GTA, and then I think you might remember this, where you have what's the guy? They're basically just real life comedians in GTA 4 doing their whole
Ricky
thing.
Gervais. Yep.
Yeah, and Cat Williams, and that was really fun. I really enjoyed that. And they always seem to put a lot of effort in that. I was going in Red Dead Redemption, like on a date with that one woman that was with Arthur, and they went to like a theater, and they had a whole play of like 15 minutes with also dancing, a magician, and all types of stuff. So, and the production value was crazy, and they must have had hired like real people to do the actual thing in like the mocap suits.
Yeah.
So I think that would be super dope, man, to have these FOMO events. I don't know if you've played Fortnite, but you have like Travis Scott performing, or Ariana Grande, or whatever. And it's in a certain time that you need to log in and actually play, and you'll just be teleported to the event. But in GTA, you log in, you're in your little mansion or apartment, and you drive to the club. And I don't know if you have to wait in line or something, but you can basically just go there and you see your favorite artist perform. That would be super dope. That would be amazing.
Think about that in context of like, what if they give us like casinos that we can own, and inside the casinos there's like event centers, and then you could like, once you save up enough money and you buy a casino, you can put on certain events. And for example, you could like have concerts from artists that have like pre-recorded like mocap stuff and all that You know what I mean? And then
That's
you know, you could
crazy.
charge, like, how cool would it be if you could like charge like, you know, tickets for players in the lobby to come and attend that, and then you could make money off of that, but also put on like live shows and like, I don't know. I think the sky's the limit, man. And with all the leaks that have been popping out about, you know, different artists being involved in the game, I mean, I think that they're, you know, GTA has always been like a you know, parody ridden version of like modern American culture, and you know, that stuff is very, very big in modern American culture. So I could totally see them doing things like that and doing the FOMO events and doing the like Travis Scott concerts and all that stuff. Totally see them doing that. Um, you know, so
Yeah, and also like, you know, that video that we made with the driving versus hunters, it was so fun, you know, doing all that type of stuff. I'm really looking forward to the launch and to the just the online with all the community events that we can set up. And of course with RP, you can have your own server and you can mod certain stuff to make it like really your own. So yeah,
yeah,
that's just so dope, man. I can't wait. It's funny because, you know, with trailer 1 and trailer 2, we're kind of conditioned to think that once you get some material, then it's over for like 2 years of nothing, right? But
yeah,
I always have to remind myself, which is crazy, like once GTA is out, it's out forever. You can do whatever you
yeah,
want. You can have so much fun with everybody. You can create like YouTuber groups and like kind of how Sideman does it, and you know, do regular videos and stuff, or like FaZe Clan or whatever, the GTA edition. So there's so much cool stuff to do, and so yeah, I'm also really glad we created this like Discord server, this whole community, just to have people ready and get to know each other already for this, and also like with your roundtables, like those are beautiful community events. Like even before GTA 6, everybody gets to know each other, and with the whole, you know, theories that they have. But once you get to play, like, yeah, like recording that Hunters video again, it was so much fun, man. So
yeah. I had a blast doing that. Yeah, that was definitely fun. I've been talking to Bav. We need to do more stuff like that for sure. And you brought up the roundtable. Somebody in the comments earlier was asking about the next roundtable. I've been getting a lot of people asking about roundtables in my live streams and all my comments and videos and stuff. And what I've been explaining is that there's really nothing right now to talk about without like belaboring all the same stuff that we've already covered like ad nauseum. So I'm kind of waiting for there to be like new information, or you know, something interesting that happens that, you know, we could get a bunch of people together and talk for an hour or two about. So um as soon as that happens, you know, I'm happy to do another roundtable. I did try kind of organizing one for anybody that was paying attention the last couple of weeks, and kind of fell through. Scheduling was kind of a nightmare and all over the place, but we'll definitely be doing more of that soon. So, in which, of course, you know, we're always happy to have you on.
yeah, man,
Never know
that
what's
would
gonna
be
come out
really
of your
fun.
mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going a little bit over the edgy way last time, but yeah,
That makes it fun.
makes it fun, you know. It breaks a lot of ice, but yeah, I wanted to do also kind of a live panel with a lot of people. So I had this idea. I don't know if you saw this, but there was this idea of like November 18, like 2 hours or 3 hours before GTA 6 comes out, we all go on this big live panel where we just talk about the last couple of theories before the game releases. You know, when everybody is installing the game, while everybody is waiting, they can tune in to this big panel with all these YouTubers that have been talking about GTA 6 for years, and they just go ahead and give their last little ideas and bits and opinions. And by then you will know what the game looks like. You have seen the gameplay trailer maybe online. So
Yeah.
that would be so much fun, man. And also I kind of want to do that as well with when Trailer 3 drops and stuff. Obviously you want to do that too with probably pre-recorded. I love the live version of it. So those things are also really good to look forward to, man. And it's just dope to have this whole community. And so many good people in there too. Like, there's so many people also that like have smaller YouTube channels that you and I also talk to like individually, and that's really fun to see them grow as well. So it's gonna be dope for GTA 6 to see people come out of nowhere and just blow up with their whole YouTube channel after the release, and maybe even before already. But you know, like people like Dandy Andy, who just came out of nowhere with like this crazy good quality and editing and stuff. It's amazing. Great dude as well. So and Snarko is also here in the chat. He's also gonna blow up, you know.
What's up, Snarko?
With GTA 6. So yeah, it's gonna be so dope, man. I love that. I love that. So much opportunity for everything. So
yeah, it'll be a lot of fun for sure.
A lot of fun.
Well, listen, man. It's been a lot of fun. I hate to do this, but I've got to bail.
No problem, man.
But we'll have to do this again for sure. Next time there's a bit of news or whatever. If you wanna hop on and do a live stream, I'm happy to do that. I would do the live roundtables. The only thing I worry about there is if somebody like, you know, slips up and says something that kind of like docks their location or something like that. I don't want that to be like live, and you know, I guess you could always go back and edit it, but yeah, it's just, you know, that's the only thing I worry about with that. So, but we'll definitely do more roundtables. And by the way, if you want to do another one of those like hunt videos or whatever, hit me up, dude. I'm always down for that. That was fun.
Yeah, no problem, man. We're gonna have to wait and see for the hunt videos. You know, the video was very fun, but it took a lot of time to edit, and like a lot of people didn't tune in for it. So it's probably something fun for GTA 6. But this was a great like testing ground to do that, man. So
well, even just doing that stuff live, you know, like if you just want to hop on a live stream and play and do some like events, that doesn't require a whole lot of editing. We can just kind of like have fun with it. You know what I mean? So I'm down to do more like gameplay stuff. I have not been spending a lot of time on GTA Online, and I'd like to do that, especially because I want to get everybody kind of used to like hanging out while I play. You know, I do a lot of like sitting here and staring at the camera and talking to you guys, but yeah, I do play video games.
Yeah.
So
very nice. Yeah, it's been nice having you, man. So thank you so much for coming along. And a great chat. Sure. I loved it. So, and good that we agree on the whole online map expansion thing. I'm very happy with that. So thank you so much, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, have a good rest of your stream. Thanks, chat, for hanging out. Make sure you like the stream. Send this man more donations. Catch you guys. I think I'll be live this next Wednesday for anybody wondering. So Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So
dope, man. Yeah.
See you, man.
Yeah, see you guys.
Have a good one.
Oh yeah, see you, man. Have a good one. Yeah, man. Great stream. Oh, that's my GTA 6 little thing. Yeah, let me go ahead and how do I do this? So let me add the little webcam here for you guys and make it look very nice for you. The USB video, and turn this one off, and then turn this one on. Hopefully this helps. No, it doesn't work. Uh-oh, technical difficulties. Oh, it should work, but it doesn't. So what I'm gonna do is just put this here, and then I'll just do this. Yeah, I'll just stay in this call. Hopefully I don't get doxxed. Let's see. Yeah, so that's good. And let me try to fix the other thing. So video capture device. It should kind of work, right? But I don't know how it's doing. Anyway, if it falls apart, it falls apart. Let's just do it like this. Maybe? No, let's keep it like this. All right, let's put some music in, man. So what do you think of this chat? I loved it, man. Great conversation with Mr. Stev. So very happy to have him on stream. We have been talking like behind the scenes. We haven't really been talking like on video. So this was the first time, except of course for the whole round table that we've been talking to each other. So this was a nice little one-on-one that we have. So let me go ahead and put this in here. and see if I can. I don't know if this works. I don't think you can hear this. Interesting, you cannot hear. Let me put this to default, see what happens. I think you might hear this music now. Yeah, okay, good. Let's put it a little bit lower. All right. Oh, I cannot do that. Okay, need to look at here. Yo, Infinity just subscribed by Derek Cole. What's up, man? How you doing? Thank you for subbing, man. Dope. Let me see if I can... Oh, there goes my thing. Oh no. Okay, guys, I gotta fix this real quick. So for right now, I'll just do this for a second. And yeah, I'll put in, if I do this now, and I pop this one out, let's see if this works. Yeah, let's go. 60 watching, 82 likes. Everybody here pat themselves on the back. Only time I've seen a good ratio here. Crazy, guys. Wow. Y'all really did this. Insane. There's a lot of people who just tune in and have some fun and talk about GTA 6. Really dope, man. So thank you all so much for being a part of this cute little live stream, man. Where did Sav go? Well, we just had a whole long conversation, so he just went ahead and said bye-bye. Ooh, it works now for some reason. So let me, I'm here, by the way, my face is here. So let me do this. Let me just kind of do it like this, I guess. I don't know, I'm new to this whole webcam thing, man. I gotta... Like this, maybe? Oh. Just gotta set this thing up, you know? Like this? Maybe? This looks kind of good. And I have this little thing where I have a cool little border or something, so I gotta... Oh yeah, let me also make this bigger. Technical difficulties, guys. It's not really difficult, it's just technical. Yeah, man. Just clicking around. Well, what was it? Like 50 or 100 and... Oh. I watched a tutorial like... So let me just do it like this. I'm doing this all on the spot, guys. That looks pretty cool. That's pretty nice, right? Put a little bit higher for the chat. Okay, we're golden. We're good. And then here I was supposed to have the GTA 6 trailer on, but I went to Chromecast and I think I just connected to a random guy's thing, so no idea, no idea. Never seen the face reveal. What's up, boy? What's up? You know? Hey there, GT Infinity. What's up? Tenshi, how you doing? We talking online or story, whatever you want, man. 100%, whatever you want, you know? In my opinion, I think we'll see more about Lucia, maybe more the side characters in trailer 3. I think so too. Maybe we'll get a separate trailer for both, but they already kind of did trailer trailer 1 and 2. So yeah. Happy Sunday from Snarko. Yeah, man. 100%. Hello, Savvy and Mr. Ducky. Love from India. Thank you so much, man. Love from here too, man. They should bring Cat Williams back. Oh, he could do some crazy stuff. He could do some crazy stuff, man. Tem, I got a bounce. Thank you, everyone, for a wonderful stream. I'm definitely looking forward to GTA 6 this year and a new Xbox. Oh yeah, that's true, the new Xbox. I'm kind of I think I'm gonna buy the PS5 Pro. I've been thinking about it. I need to save up some money for a PS5 Pro. I talked about this, I think, in the last live stream, but yeah, I want to get the Pro, man. I did a little bit more research on how much better the Pro was compared to the 5, and I kind of underestimated it. So, you know, because they have this whole like AI, you know, yeah, like this, the PSSR 2.0 seems very promising. So, but guys, when are we getting traded to? May 5th. Put in your agenda. I said it right here, May 5th. There's a lot of evidence for that. It's basically the earnings call that is coming, and yeah. PSSR 2.0 looking very promising now. Also with Resident Evil already supporting this. Yeah. W Infinity, W Chromecast device and Google TV. Does somebody know how this works? I have like a trailer 2 or trailer 1, like 10-hour loop video. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm getting in the PS5 Pro. You're getting in the PS5 Pro. That's crazy. No, you're probably getting just the PS5, right? Yeah. I was asking earlier. Yeah, sorry about the whole. I was having the Sav conversation, so I was just focused on asking him questions. I couldn't really look at the chat because then I wasn't really paying attention to what he said, and I wanted to respect his time and what he was saying. So, but here we are. I was asking earlier, what do you think the next piece of marketing material will be after trailer 3? Do you think they'll just do the normal billboards and stuff, or do you think they'll do it differently? I think it will be a little bit of a mix. They're always gonna do billboards, but I think Sav just told about the wanted poster idea with I think that's gonna be really cool. Maybe they put like Jason and Lucia's actor in their outfits and stuff on random places or something. There's a lot of creative stuff they can do. So, and the fun thing is they've probably already like figured out that they've probably already planned everything. That's my opinion. Like they've planned everything ahead. You know, they're ready. There's like a big call sheet of like companies to call and get, you know, placements for ads and stuff. And you gotta understand, trailer 3 is not part of the marketing in the summer, which Strauss is talking about. Trailer 3 is going to be before that. Marketing means spending money to display what you've created. And trailer 3 is the thing that they're creating. So, red meat marketing. So, what is this? Yeah, they talked about red meat and stuff, right? What is red meat marketing? Let me Google this. Red meat marketing is the strategic process of promoting and selling products like beef, lamb. No, not literally, but for a video game. Red meat marketing. Oh, that's so funny. In the video game world, Red Meat game is a well-known Canadian studio. I'm giving up. Explain to me, the record. Rockstar Games should learn from Scary Movie 6. They are canceling cancel culture. Elaborate on that one. Let me Google this. They're canceling cancel culture. What he meant by red meat is we would all be eating good. Yeah, I thought, yeah, we would all be eating good. Well, they obviously are gonna eat good with the money. I think that's what he's meaning. Problem is substantive, not just trailers, but real stuff. Yeah. Returning to politically incorrect humor. It depends, man. You know what? That's one of the things I worry about. You know, people talk about woke and stuff, but I do worry that the time in which GTA 6 was written was around that time that everybody kind of, you know, went like this with the political correctness. But then again, if you look at the leaks and the dialogue, it's all fun and kind of genius. So I don't really worry about it. I mean, what they're going to I mean that they're going to make a great marketing campaign for GTA 6 Red Meat for breakfast. Is like, we were going to work, push this game in front of everybody. Yeah, man. If you use Google Home, connect your pictures of GTA 6. Also, you have Google Photos. It's an album. Okay, I'll try it the next time. This TV is normally like at the side, like right here. So I'm gonna put it back later and, you know, I want to put something in there, but I don't know what. So let's see. I just sold my Xbox for a PS5 Pro. I actually like using the PlayStation Portal. Is that the cloud service, or is it the little PSP but new like thing? Can't wait for to play GTA 6 on the Pro as well. So the PlayStation Portal. Oh yeah, that's the little yeah. That's a dope thing. I like it. Let's see what else we got here. We got 100 viewers at some point. That's crazy. 109 people in the chat. Crazy. What about the IRL Banshee promoting GTA 5 first? That's true too. Yeah, they got that Banshee in there. They gave it away, right? Something like that. Personally, I am not gonna rush GTA Online at all because I want to explore Leonida in peace, because when you are playing online, you really don't explore the map and focus on the details in the game. There's a truth to that, yeah. I do think that Leonida is gonna be so big. I want to take my time for it, man, when the game comes out. I really want to take my time for that. I think it's gonna be super dope to be able to just walk around and have all these interactions with everybody. I think that's dope, man. And then just see all the Easter eggs and discovering things. It's been so long since something like that happened, you know. For me personally, Rockstar has to update GTA regularly, whether it's hid behind a paywall or whatever. That would be the only logical thing for how it can survive 8 years. Yeah, just like GTA 5, you know, a little bit more in depth would be fun. Yeah, I think they'll definitely doing that for the next 10 years. I heard the game cost $2 billion to make. 1.5 billion. Yeah, man. Crazy. I mean, the water physics were allegedly 300 million, so jiggle. He deleted it too. Too late, buddy. He deleted it too. Oh, that's funny, man. Oh, this is like some politics stuff. I don't know what that means. Oh yeah, and also, by the way, thank you to Critical, man, for the donations. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I couldn't pull it up on screen because of the live convo, but yeah, I was lucky in life to see Gloria Gaynor at the club and Snoop Dogg at a basketball. Whoa, because I only follow local musicians and brand, not concerts, and I saw the Pink Floyd Laser Lights show. That was really dope. I think they're gonna be doing that in GTA 6 too, man. 100%. 100%. Yeah, man. I think pre-orders got them a ticket for the Banshee, just wondering if something like that for GTA 6 will happen. I think they're gonna do like a big giveaway thing. I mean, they have the money for it. Yeah, I think I think they'll do that. Yeah, 100%. Let's see. We're closer than we think. I'm praying GTA Online has some different things. Yeah, we're much closer with the whole release and the trailers and stuff. It's like half a year or something. A little bit more than that GTA 6 comes out. So very good. Oh yeah, I think we already had this question with Sev. What kind of improvements? I hope they just simplify everything, man. I hope they simplify things with the businesses. That's what I hope. I think they will, but we'll just have to wait and see. The water physics have to be perfect for this game. Yeah, especially if you're gonna have so much boat mechanics and so much, you know, detail with the boats. I think that would be something that's very, very, very detailed. So yeah, man. I'm just really curious about all that, you know. I just like the stun jumps and stuff too. And just the story. What is the evidence of Trailer 3 in May? I made a couple of videos about this. Basically, the next May, we always talk about earnings calls, right? And this earnings call is a little bit different. This time it's different, I hope. Solely because, and let me click on the new little song. Because now they have their new fiscal year starting within that earnings call. So they are legally bound to talk about their predictions for how much they're gonna make. And all they're gonna do is just hype up GTA 6. So what way, you know, better to hype up GTA 6 than a trailer or something? They did this with Red Dead Redemption 2. That game came out in October. And the trailer came out in May 3rd or something like that. So it's kind of like that. And then you can already pre-order it. So, you know, you could say, well, Red Dead Redemption 2 came out a month earlier in October than GTA 6 in November, so we may already get something in April. But that's why I think Strauss Zelnick, the CEO of Take-Two Interactive, who is the parent company of RockstarGames, who make GTA 6, said that they want to start the marketing closer than normal, which is about 5 months is, you know, about the closest you would start a marketing cycle like that. And so that will be in May. And also trailers are not part of the summer marketing like that we're all talking about. You know, summer marketing is spending money on advertising and displaying the trailers, which, you know, you would want to have a trailer to display. So that's what's coming out. Of course, we have trailer 1 and 2, but everybody already knows about those trailers. So maybe if you pre-order anything other than the standard edition, you will have a chance to win a big prize. They can afford to give away a Corvette C8 custom made. I was thinking about the Comet, which is a Porsche. I love the Comet in GTA, so maybe they'll do that. Yeah, I'm just very curious about what they're gonna do, you know. Imagine just walking on the beach after a hard mission. The things are as simple as that will be crazy in GTA 6 because of the advanced NPCs. Yeah, you can just watch people do whatever they want and then go out and do some crazy stuff, you know. I think there will be a lot of videos of people just following NPCs like for hours, you know, seeing what they'll do. Like, it's gonna be crazy. Maybe one thing for online, give our online character a voice we can choose. Oh, wait. Let me put the chat box behind. That's a little bit better, right? I don't think they're gonna do that, to be honest, because it's so many voice lines, right? I don't know. It would be fun, but you know, I also think that would be better. You know, they made it a lore thing in GTA 5, where your character just doesn't speak, and you know, the people you talk to in the game with the cutscenes, they acknowledge that. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see, you know. West Coast Custom made it from SRT 10 Viper. I don't know. Banshee was valued about, oh, that's what you're talking about, yeah. So they made this car into a Banshee looking car, valued at almost 200k. Is crazy, bro. 200k, that's crazy. Yeah, man. Wow. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and read some more comments. I was about to like stop the live stream. We'll go about 5 minutes and then we'll stop, and I can go and have my dinner. Rockstar bought 5M. Are they going to put RP into base online, even console? We don't know for sure. I think it's gonna be a GTA Plus thing, but we'll have to wait and see. You know, maybe it is in base online, maybe not. They haven't announced anything about online, which I love. That is something we don't know anything about. I love that. Do you think GTA 6 is gonna get delayed again? Also, I love both of your videos. Thank you so much, JTB Games. I don't think it's gonna be delayed. If they do it, they have to do, you know, 2 delays again, because there's no way they're gonna put it out in May. They were never gonna put this thing out May 26th. They never were. I don't believe that they were. In hindsight, you know, I don't think they were. You lose too much audience, right? You lose too much money if you do that. In November, everybody saved up for Christmas. And you gotta understand, people also need to buy a console along with it. A lot of people don't have the console yet, so I don't think it's gonna be delayed. I think they're just gonna crunch as much as they can. Even though people say, oh, they're not gonna crunch, they're gonna crunch. They're gonna crunch. I have been to Miami a handful of times, and Ocean Drive at the beach area is so close, it's crazy. Yeah, man. I've never been there, don't get me wrong, but yeah. I see people walking around in Los Angeles comparing it to Los Santos, and they just know where to go. They just know, you know. It's a crazy thing, man. It's absolutely insane. So yeah, I can't wait, and I can't wait to like visit Miami and stuff. And then make like a versus real life thing, you know. Majestic, how you doing, man? I agree that it's not gonna be about necessarily the size of the map, but the density of the map, because everything is going on in front of your eyes. It'll make the world feel really big. Yeah, I think too. And the map is also gonna be very big. I made this image. Let me see if I can find it. About what we don't know about the GTA 6 map. and how much we don't know. So let me see. Like right here. Everything that's red in a circle, all these circles, where do I put this? Just in front. We don't know where this is. We don't know anything about these areas. Even the grass rivers, we don't know. So there's a lot we don't know about this map. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild. How much hours are you going to punch into this insanely massive game? I don't know, man. We'll do it live. That's for sure. We'll do it live, you know. But I don't know how or what, you know, with the copyright thing. I'm thinking of doing it on Kick, because Kick doesn't really care about copyrighted music and stuff. So yeah. Do you think that they might push the release date forward, that like what they done with Borderlands? I mean, I've been thinking about the possibility of it. I think it would be great to push it forward just to 2 days or something. Because it is coming, like November 19th is on a Thursday. Normally these days these games come out on a... What weekday have the latest Rockstar titles been released at? I'm curious now. Friday for Red Dead 2, and then all the other ones are Tuesday. Maybe they're gonna say, hey, it's coming out November 17, because you've been waiting so long. Would be dope though. I would love that. There's gonna be so much to explore. Yeah, man, it's gonna be crazy. This game is gonna have people in a chokehold for sure. Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. I'll see you next time, Derek. See you next time. Multiple endings, I hope so. My only complaint with RDR2 is that a game that grand deserves more than 2 slightly different versions of 2 slightly different endings. Yeah, I kind of liked it. I didn't mind it. You know, with GTA 6, there's a lot of things about the relationship meter we don't know. There's supposed to be 4 versions of it. We'll just have to wait and see. Maybe there's 4 endings. I don't know. I think I have like 10k hours on GTA 5, GTA Online, between multiple platforms. So yeah, GTA 6 is gonna be insane and long-term thing. Yeah, man, 100%. My girlfriend's birthday is on November 19th. Just give her GTA 6. Just give her GTA 6, man. Oh no. Your birthday is too, November 19th? Oh no. Well, in that case, I would hope for you that it comes out 2 days earlier on Tuesday, November 17th. One more thing, look up the Versace mission on Ocean Drive and watch the assassination. Okay. Let's see. GTA Vice City. Oh, isn't that the where you go into the mansion. Yeah. Or no, you said Ocean. I'll have to watch it later. But yeah, I think they will do a $100 version. That if you pre-order, you get to play weekly. Oh wow, that. I mean, maybe that would be then the 2 days early. Maybe not a week, but maybe 2 days. They could definitely pull something like that. I don't think. Yeah. I don't think anybody would say like, oh, that's well, people will complain, but they'll still buy it and don't really care. So 2 days early, oh, you know. The endings were in line with the classic westerns it's inspired by. They only ended it one way or the other. Yeah, very true. I'm very curious. The thing is, we don't know enough about GTA 6's story to even think about the ending, you know? Do you think Rockstar gonna release a trailer or screenshot about the comparison between GTA 6 PS5 Pro and PS5? I don't think so, to be honest. They might. They might. It depends on how crazy it is. Because they did this between PS3 and 4. But it's a whole console generation, so they made, you know, a big upgrade to the game. I don't think they'll do that, but there is a chance they will. Do you think the car sounds will be more realistic than GTA 5? 100%. I also think... well, actually, in the trailer 2, and maybe in trailer 1 as well. In trailer 1, you had Jason Lucia in the orange car, like woohoo, like going, doing the drift. So you could hear a little bit of the car, and then in trailer 2, you can hear the car that is dragging the vault. So you have a little bit of an idea about that. And in the leaks is more surrounding area. You couldn't really see the leaks, or you couldn't really hear the cars in the leaks. Let's see. Now on the day of my birthday would better to release the game. Yeah. That would be a nice present though. Yeah. November 19th is the date, no more delays. I don't believe there's gonna be delays. I'm very confident about, you know, no delays. I wonder how GTA 6 mechanics would be, like falling over and losing your head or bullet wounds on characters. Also, I think trailer 3 plus cover art in May. Like falling over and losing your head and bullet wounds. I think if you get shot, I think your clothes will be like, it'll be open, you know, it'll tear through it, something like that, and then you can see the bullet wounds, and maybe your shirt from the other side. You'll be able to see the blood coming out or like spilling over if it's a white shirt or something. That would be dope. Nobody's playing the game early. Hey, the kid with cancer did. There was this kid with cancer that got to play early. We haven't heard anything about it because they signed an NDA, so they can't talk about it. They cannot talk about it. Pre-orders and playing a week earlier is already a thing. Yeah. But I don't know if Rockstar will do it, but they could to make more money. But I don't know. If driving cars looks like Forza, will be beautiful. Yeah, man, 100%. More than likely they'll do a breakdown tourist brochure style like they did for 5. A breakdown tourist brochure style. Did they do that? Let me check. Welcome to Los Santos. Let me see if there's a source. It was an interactive digital travel log. Maybe it's like on the Wayback Machine or something. I don't know. Let's see if there's any images. Visit Los Santos and Blaine County. Was it this? Wayback Machine on August 13, 2023. So we're gonna go to 2023 August what? 13. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, I don't think. Oh, that's unfortunate. Is there a different Wayback Machine? I don't think so. No. Oh, unfortunately. Because we got a little bit of a glimpse. Oh, not really. Okay. So let me see this. Let me do it like here. Is it this one? Oh. Like right here. Yeah. Here we go. Let's do it like this, I guess. So you had this whole visit Los Santos and Blaine County. So it's the same as GTA 6. You had this in preparation for your trip to Los Santos and Blaine County this September. Please enjoy this special interactive travel log to explore. But if you click on it, you'll just go to the GTA 5, you know, website. But this is the new version, right? This is the new thing. So yeah, it's yeah. So now it's just information. So we don't really see that. I tried the Wayback Machine, but it, you know, it wasn't really visible. I couldn't really click on one of those, unfortunately. Yeah. I enjoy your content, by the way. Keep going. Thank you so much. Thank you. Even the old Vice City insert was a brochure. Oh, crazy. Do you think at some point in the game it will switch to you playing from the cop side, like playing the main corrupt cop trying to stop Jason Lucia? Just a random thought. It could be possible, but I don't know. I've said this before. People talk to me about this. in the trailer you have this corrupt cop. I think that's the one you're talking about, right? Like this saying like us cops gotta protect each other. That's the line he says. But in every cutscene of GTA and Red Dead and any Rockstar game, your character is right there in the cutscene. So who is there, you know? I'm very curious. They also did one for Other Year 2 highlighting the different regions of the world. Oh, that's... I gotta look into this. It's gonna be very nice. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciated the time for you spending on watching this stuff. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, man, this was a great live stream. So thank you all.